Hi guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the channel. So happy to be in front of the camera again. I was so unwell for many months that I couldn't be in front of the camera. So I know a lot of you have been like, we like it better when you're in front of the camera. But hey, I was doing the best I could. So I'm going to bring you some videos still just looking at the card spreads, some videos where I'm teaching and in front of the camera again. Thank you all for your wishes, your prayers, your donations. I am doing so much better. Certainly not out of the woods yet with my journey. However, I feel like I hit the lowest point, and I feel this rise back up again, which brings me to not only do I have a new lease on life and this new outlook, because I have my quality of life back and my health is coming back, but also because I feel like everyone is super excited about 2020, more than I've seen in any other year. This isn't just like a year of people making resolutions, and there's like an energy of positivity. Like everyone's saying, this is going to be such a good year. This is going to be such a good year. Do you guys feel it? And do you hear it around you? I'm just so curious because I keep hearing it around me. And not just people that I would say are spiritual people or awakened people. I'm hearing it like all over. There's an energy about it, and everyone's kind of tapping into it and feeling it. So I hope your new year's off to a good start. So I was having a lucid dream the other day, and in that lucid dream, they showed me this video, and I don't know what's going to be exactly in this video. I don't know what the content all is. I have an idea of what I want to start talking about. We're going to just stay with me. So as I was lucid dreaming, they showed me the video cover, and it said very specifically, don't watch this video. And I'm like, well, weird. Don't watch this video. So there's something that I feel like there's a mystique or something mysterious. There's a mystique around aspects of the twin flame journey, the awakening journey, that maybe I'm supposed to uncover, help you debunk some myths. And like this video feels like helping you find the truth, helping you find the path forward. I know you guys might be finding my videos from all different ways. I'm a soul coach, intuitive advisor. I've been working with twin flames. I am a twin flame. I've been working on this path for over 4 years. And I will tell you that people come into these videos and these channels with all different levels of awareness, experience on this journey, and you align with different healers and teachers at different times as you go. So if you're finding this video, I feel like there's something here that I'm going to teach you or show you that you might need to know at this time. So we might dip into some cards and things. The one thing I want to tell you is there's 2 new things on my website. One is I'm now doing Akashic Readings. So it's up there as an Akashic New Year reading, but I'm probably going to keep it up there all year long as Akashic Record Readings. So these are really, really fun and really, really great. Gives you insights into your past life, your life purpose, and it's pretty cool. So if you guys want to access that or experiment with that, you can reach out to me. The second thing is I am holding an Intro to Tarot course. So this is using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and I'm going to be teaching this in February. So it's going to be a 3-session course held over the course of 1 week. So we'll do Sunday. It'll be a Sunday afternoon, a Wednesday night, and a Sunday afternoon. And so in that time, you'll get a complete introduction to the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. That means you're going to learn each card, all the meanings, the journey, the symbolism. And we start with the first Sunday is the major arcana. Then we intro you into the court, help you understand that. And then we cover the whole minor arcana the second Sunday. So that'll leave you in a position to take a continuation course that I'm going to offer in the spring, which will be advanced. And in the advanced course, we'll learn the reversals and you'll learn different spreads. Okay. But it's so much content that you can't possibly do it in 1 week or one course. So I'm going to break it up like that. So I think you guys are going to love it. So I know so many of you dabble with like oracle cards, or you might dabble with tarot. Maybe you already have a Rider-Waite tarot deck. Maybe you already read, but you've never had a formal training. This is the course for you. Whether you have familiarity already and you want to learn more formally or more in depth, or even if you have no familiarity and you've just been really curious about it, this is the course for you. So check it out on my website. I'm so excited to teach it. I've been dying to do something like this for a while, and it just feels really right now. So that'll be the week of February 16th through the 23rd, and hopefully you guys can make the dates work. And those sessions will be recorded, because this is something too that you're going to get a lot of material in one session that you're going to want to look back at it. You're going to want to have reference. You're going to want to keep learning even after the course ends. Okay. So, all right, so let's talk. I don't even know where really to start. So hopefully you guys watched my January prediction video, and that was a live reading, and, a lot of the things that I've been writing about forecasting for the new year predictions and things like that. If you missed my New Year forecast, I reposted it on the Facebook page, so don't forget to follow on Facebook. And yeah, so let's just ease into sort of the basic temperature where I feel like things are at with. I want to focus on like not necessarily twin flames and outcome and all of that, but the twin flame journey as a whole. So I feel like a lot of people are getting to a deeper level of this journey. So that means a lot of you in the collective are veering away from the readings that are predicting outcome and union. You're less focused or fixated on the union with the other. You feel like you're more fixated on the union with self. And that is the direction that we need to be heading. That is how we come into the ability to sustain our connection with our divinity and this ability to fully love self. That is the prerequisite to being able to love another unconditionally. Now, in any relationship, it never is a prerequisite to be completely healed. Nobody is ever completely healed. So to say, I think a lot of times in the twin flame community, it's taught like, well, you have to become whole, and you have to become whole. And the only way you're going to come into union is if you're two whole people. I think it's more about being consolidated. It's more about being reconciled. It's more about being in alignment. If you're in alignment with yourself, that means all your energy is aligned with you, and you're connected to your divinity, and you're healing, and in that process of learning how to stay into an alignment with yourself. That's when you're going to have more success coming together as two individuated people and harmonizing and sustaining. I do not feel like two individuals need to be completely healed before they come back together. I think that's nearly impossible. I think we go through so many layers of healing throughout our lives. And there's always another layer. There's always another level of healthy. There's always another level of healing. And I certainly, as a healer myself, have learned that through my self-healing journey that I've just been on, and that I'm now on with healing cancer. So, because that's a multi-level healing journey. It's physical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's everything. And so is this awakening journey. It's not that much different. It's about bringing the body into balance. It's about bringing the emotional body into balance. It's about bringing yourself into union with yourself. So those of you who don't know me as a soul coach, I teach this a lot. Some of you have heard this. You're probably sick of hearing it, but I'll just say it again. Like, we all separate from ourselves at some point in our wounding, trauma, or programming. And this is usually early childhood stuff. It can be stuff that we bring in from past lives and recreate in this lifetime. But always we can look to the early childhood trauma, programming, conditioning. And that's usually where we separate from ourselves. And sometimes, and very often, like unknowingly, right? So this whole process of the twin flame journey, what a twin flame sparks in you, the notion of the twin flame, the idea of the twin flame, the feelings, the Kundalini awakening, the telepathy, the connection, or anyone that you're in a deep soul connection like this with. What this awakens in you is, and especially with the twin flame, you see through this mirror. Things get mirrored and they get held up to you in a very clear reflection, whether that's through this push-pull, tug-of-war, runner-chaser, and then it's through that mirror, through that lens, that you're able to see yourself clearly. And the work that you have to do in this journey is to unite with self, because you're never going to become unconditional with another if you're not in union with yourself. So this journey is really a process of putting those pieces of separation from our traumas and programming back together, where we come back into alignment, where we get connected back up to our divinity, right? So practicing that alignment is a whole nother, it's like a whole nother segment, right? And the biggest piece usually is the roots of our fear. It's the why we project onto each other. It's why we judge other people. It's why we're in a tug of war with our twin flames. It's why we're in relationships that don't serve us, or toxic relationships, or partnering with narcissists, or whatever. It's why we are doormats and we let people walk on us. It's why we are falsely expressing in an overly or oppressive masculine voice or expression. So this is how everything comes back into balance. It's through the self-exploration. And the self-exploration always has roots, and the roots are in, like I said, our childhood, our past lives, our ancestral karma, and imbalances. But primarily, a lot of it is just in our childhood, that we're influenced by the ancestral stuff. We bring in the past life stuff. We recreate everything in this lifetime. And then we create that separation with our divinity. And this process, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, I've worked with, over the years, I've worked with twin flames, people that get on this journey who are all ages. I'd say twin flames that I work with, like the biggest population or majority, most are in their 30s and 40s. It's mostly that age bracket, but not limited to or excluding someone in their 20s or 50s or 60s. It just happens to be that. And what I hear very often is like this feeling like, oh, my 40s are like, shouldn't I have already learned this by now? And it's like, no. You are amazing. You are all amazing. Whether you're an old soul discovering this journey young in your 20s, or you're someone who has having a major breakthrough or dark night later in your life, at every moment is a chance for rebirth and for alignment. And it's a chance, it's an opportunity that most people on the planet who are a little bit sleepier perhaps than some of these us light workers and empaths and starseeds, most people don't ever come to this. So don't ever feel like it's too late or it's too early or you're cursed or no. It's all a gift. It really is all a gift. I hope that you can see it that way too. It's a gift and it's an opportunity. So use your twin flame journey, whatever it is, whether you are saying, like, it's going to morph. Everyone morphs throughout the journey. Is this my twin flame? Is it not? Is this a catalyst? Is it not? What does this mean for me? Why am I so broken about this? Why does this hurt me so much? And then you segue into yourself, and that's where like the real work is. And I've worked with so many people that make that transition from, like watching the readers or teachers that are just focused on outcome, twin flame union, and then segueing over to the teachers, the healers that are really teaching about how to come into that union, which is what I do. So I think that there's a graduation on this journey, and it's not that anything's right, wrong, or bad, or, but I think there's aspects of how you navigate this that are going to be more in alignment for your highest good in your evolution and the more rapid navigation of this journey. The more we stay stuck on outcome, expectation, what we want, and like getting what we want, extracting what we want, and then we're still looking outside of ourselves without being in that alignment. So it's that alignment that's everything. So we solve that through the reconciliation of our fears, the healing, the traumas. This is deep root stuff. And then practicing alignment. So it's both. It's the awareness of the root pain, the pain and trauma that we've experienced, and then the integrating that into practicing our fabulousness, basically rediscovering ourselves, basically, practicing alignment, practicing being in our power, practicing loving that, trying that on for size, and then being able to then step forth and give of our gifts in a new way, from not the lens of the wound, but through the true sense of authenticity and alignment. And that's what this path is. And that's why when we talk about mission truly is not you can start your mission and you can start giving back when you're still in that wounded phase or that place where you're separated from yourself. That's no problem. Most people do start like that. You can be the wounded teacher, the wounded healer. That's okay. But you have to still be doing your work along the way so that you come into alignment too, because I think your mission really takes flight or will show you where to go. The more work that you do, the more aligned you get with yourself and the more healing that you do. Okay. So for some of you, I think you want your missions to illuminate. You want your soul purpose, your life purpose to illuminate. You know where your interests are. You also know where you're at currently. You might feel like there's a gap. Then you also might feel like there's a question. Maybe you don't know exactly what that is or how to channel or combine all of your talents and gifts. And it's truly through the art of transmutation that this happens. So if there's ever been in question, I could pretty much clear it up for you. Like, your mission illuminates through transmuting your pain to purpose. And it doesn't start by, usually, not always, but I'm sure there's some instances where someone sees like their big, like, passion, desire, and then they start to move towards it. And that's great. But a lot of people don't know what that is. They know they have lots of gifts and talents in this realm or this arena, or maybe arenas that they haven't fully explored yet. And I really can tell you that all it is taking baby steps. And all you have to do is you have to transmute that former pain, that pain that you took from where you were sitting there watching the reader who was like, yes, you're going to come into union with your twin flame, or, whatever that is. And that same pain that was causing you to be there, looking at the outside, wanting that outside thing to align with you. Now you're taking that same pain, you're detaching from that, and you're coming into this newfound direction. And this direction is take that pain and bring it into alignment. What do I love to do? What do I want to explore about myself? How can I rediscover myself? This doesn't have to be some grandiose notion about what your mission is or your life path or purpose. This could just simply be, I'm kind of interested in tarot. I'm kind of interested in angel readings. I'm kind of interested in, maybe it's like art or something creative or writing. Then it's like going and taking that course or dabbling with it or playing with it or making that piece of art or, getting with that teacher, getting with that mentor and taking the baby steps. Then all of a sudden you've taken this place of separation where you're looking for the outward circumstance to change. You're looking outwardly, and now you're pulling all of that energy, even if it came from a place of pain, even if it was inspired by pain for you to sit there and watch those outcome videos. Now you can take that inspiration, that same pain, that pain that cracks you open, that pain that is so hard to bear. And now you're going to channel that pain through a different tunnel. And that tunnel is more focused. And you know what? It's in alignment with you, where your energy is in alignment with you from within. And your desires and your passions and who you are and what you want to explore. And a lot of people say, well, like, how do I go from a place of sadness or heartache in a twin flame situation? How do I redirect that? Because I can't get inspired. And I say, this journey truly is about transmuting energy. This whole journey is about alignment with yourself, coming into union with yourself, and learning it's not that the journey is about this, but the how you navigate is all about transmuting your energy. People could look back, you guys could look back, and people have said to me, how did you get to be where you are now with like your business and your channel when you just started vlogging about some relationship that you were crying about? And the reason why is because from day one, I thought if I could just help one person, and it was through the pain and the vulnerability that I was able to give. And every step of this way, even with like cancer and, you know, my other gifts like cooking and creating and writing and all this stuff, every single thing that I do is now driven by the what and the why. Like, I want to help, I want to teach, I want to show, I want to show what I know to help other people. I want to help. And that's why the path for me lit up organically. And I think it's for everyone that way. If you just start out with the what, like, I just want to help. If I could just help one person, I want to share my gifts. That's great. I want to share my gifts and I want to help. Start with that. That's the best place to start. You don't need anything more specific than that. And then you dabble, and then you play, and then you formalize things as you go, because the universe will respond to you and rise up to meet you and show you what's working, what's not, show you where to go. It's not something you have to sit from over here and try to figure out. When people are doing that, I find that they're doing that because they're in separation with themselves. They're trying to figure it out from outside here, and it's you can't really do that. That's not how this illuminates. It illuminates through rechanneling that pain into yourself. Sometimes we're so separated from ourselves, we don't even realize it. We realize it when it becomes very real is when we feel that pain. It's when we feel like the rug got pulled out from underneath us, or by that person not being in our lives anymore, that like, I used to say, like, it was like a feeling where I had to like lay on the floor in my stomach and just sob. And it's that bringing you to your knees, that dark night, that excruciating pain. It's what you're really feeling is your own separation with yourself. Okay. And that's what the twin flame is here varying for you and helping you with and gifting to you, really. So although it comes in the disguise or the guise of pain, it's really beautiful gift. And the more you navigate this, through transmuting your pain to purpose and pain to inspiration, pain to self-discovery, pain to alignment, separation to alignment, you go from fear to love. And that's what this is about. It's about shifting from fear to love. And that enables you to walk forward in humanity and beam your light and uplift others to transition from fear to love. So I've been talking a lot how the year 2020 is going to have a lot of, there's this overtone of kindness and dissolving the separation. And there's a lot of karmic things that have been playing out to resolve some of these karmic cycles and patterns that we can move forward in a more unified unity consciousness type of way. And I really feel like this is going to be a pivotal year for that. Helping each other, supporting each other, collaborations, less judgment, less putting out the karma, like lessons learned, wisdom gained, new behaviors, being able to sustain alignment when you're out in the world, when you're in relationships. This is all changing the landscape, and it starts with you. I mean, it's each individual that contributes to this huge collective shift, and you guys are doing it as you do this self-work. So, so since I have the tarot deck in front of me, let's pull a few cards to sort of, I guess not to read for masculine, feminine, or outcome or anything, but just to kind of reinforce like what the collective messages are at this time. Okay, we'll see where this goes. So I'm going to just shuffle these up. And then I will be back for you guys like close to the 10th, like a week from now. 10th, 11th, 12th is going to be a big time as we have the lunar eclipse. We've got Uranus direct. We've got a number of aspects that are going to be shifting the energy yet again. This is a time to really review, reflect, and, put our intentions out, get excited, plan, intend, rest, regroup. That's happening right now. So we have the Judgment card, which I feel like quite literally this is talking about what I was just talking to you guys about, like how we judge others. And this is about, I feel like it's about the unification that is underway. And it's sort of the same momentum of, everyone being so excited for this new year in particular, this new decade in particular. And, look at this card. It's the 20, right? It's the XX. And this is the 20. This is like 2020, right? This is this year. And I feel like this is a surrender. This is a feeling of giving ourselves over. But it's also this learning of how to resolve the karma and resolving that judgment, separation, projection, all that stuff. And I feel there's just like massive unification happening. And so that is like quite the overtone of this year. When you navigate through the waters of your personal life and your everyday life, ask yourself, am I creating more karma, more, negative karma, unresolved issues, or am I doing the work behind the scenes to heal that, to minimize that, to dissolve the separation when I go in the external world? Am I creating more of it in the external world, or am I more resolved from within? So I'm creating less of that and I can walk forward in unification. And, I think every year we've had the opportunity to find our soul tribe, and this often happens through workshops, traveling workshops, going to spiritual retreats and things like that. You guys know that. I'm sure you've tried some of that stuff, and you meet people all the time who are of a like mind. And if you haven't, I highly recommend it. But I also feel like this will be a heightened year for collaborations and for really linking with soul tribe and soul partners, soul family pulling together, the support of the collective. I even feel that there is a great divide in even like the twin flame community, right? There's lots of different perspectives, and rightfully so. And like I said, there's different phases. You come in, you're in this separation phase, and you start to unify with yourself. Your perspective shifts. You want different things. You're aligning with different teachers and healers and whatnot. I almost also feel that there's going to be more of a unified perspective or understanding of what this journey is and why you're here. And so that's going to help too. Okay. And I'm not here to be the authority on that. I'm just here to give you my wisdom, my experience, and impart to you what I know. And if it resonates for you, then great. If it doesn't, then you can move on to someone who does, right? So that's your free will and your choice. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands, which means I think everyone's gearing up to start something new in the physical. This feels very much like you might not know exactly what it is. Like you might know sort of where your mission is, but this new physical beginning and you taking action towards it and sowing the seeds and all of that, that's coming. I feel like that's going to come at the end of January. And they're talking about the pie in the sky. Okay, so I hear this guidance, and they're saying the pie in the sky, and the pie in the sky is, that thing that we're striving for, that thing we want to reach up and grab, and that goal and that thing. But what I feel is a very hopeful, physical new beginning. This is the positivity. These are action steps that you're going to take in the physical that yield new blooms, new results. This is a year of blooming, not just inward growth, but like truly like blossoming our seeds and really physical manifestation of things that we've been desiring, dreaming of, where I feel like a lot of the blocks have been cleared, karmic cycles are out of the way, and so now we're set up to do this. This is like a really great physical beginning, and you get to decide how it goes. This card is always like, you decide whether this is going to be successful or not. Are you going to put the doubts and fears in the way? Are you going to clear that out and give this a shot, this new direction, this new thing, and give yourself time to nurture it? Because that feels like it's coming. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm feeling like, in this context, this is perhaps somebody who is around you who can influence how you get grounded, how you get started on a particular path that's going to yield you the success and the focus, the know-how, the resources that you need to be successful, to reach your goal, or to get that new stream of abundance flowing. Or this feels like a divine feminine energy, whether it is an actual feminine or a masculine, that comes into your life to help show you this. These could be role models. These could be people you admire, aspire to be like. It could be actual mentors, teachers. I feel like there's helpers who are around you that have a dominant feminine energy that's harnessed, and they're helping you see how to get a start on what you want to do. And that's like about the focus, the resources, and the know-how, the tools. Maybe that's why I'm guided to teach you guys the tarot. I don't know, but there's something that you're learning to. I feel like there's something that you need to learn, study. Maybe you're observing some certain feminine energy that you, like I said, that you admire. There's a feeling of that, and that providing inspiration, that providing resources, and it helps give you the tools to monetize things and to focus things and to get things grounded and going. Okay. Let's see what else they have to say to us. Page Pentacles. So you're probably like, okay, so I feel like this is maybe you with your new idea. Okay, you and or your twin flame, right? Could be the person that you're thinking of, or your divine masculine, your divine feminine, whoever. This feels like a more masculine energy if I really tap into it. So more of like the divine masculine energy. This is, holding that new idea, that new project, that new venture, that new thing, and then stepping towards it, needing to focus on it, needing to nurture it, and needing to take those steps towards it. This is about giving one another space to do that. This is about giving yourself time to do that, or giving your partner time to do that. This also feels to me very much like, as we focus on the good we want to do, as we focus on the wanting to help, as we focus on our gifts and sharing our gifts, as we really get focused on the stuff that's in alignment with us. This feels like this is how the alignment of like the divine partners comes in. You might be focused on this thing that you're creating and that you're shaping and that you're nurturing. And it could be behind the scenes. It could be more outwardly in the universe. But whatever the case is, like your energy is going into you and what you're creating, what you're nurturing. You're learning things. And this is huge because now your focus has come off of the other person and the outcome, the expectation. And what that does is it essentially magnetizes that person or your divine counterpart to you. So I see more of you getting in alignment with mission, purpose, things you want to do, create. And it's through that alignment where you put your energy, your focus, and the maturity that you're gaining in that gets you ready for the divine partner. Okay? Because it's no longer it's like you holding the pentacle, your own creation, your own seed, rather than you trying to hold a crystal ball and see what the other person's doing. You see what I'm saying? Like it's an energy shift. And I think it's helping. And so keep doing that. If you're already doing that, keep doing it. If you haven't, then there's something to consider. So we've got 2 of Pentacles. It's really like mastering our balance too. Like, how do we stay focused on work and do our healing and be spiritual and be in the material physical world? Why do you guys think I'm spiritual material girl? Not because I'm a material person, but hey, I'm physically here and I like material things too because I'm human. But this is about how you balance that. I've always been deeply spiritual. Have you? How do you reconcile that? How do you find time for your spirituality and your everyday life and obligations? And how do you balance work and your focus and your mission and still having fun and enjoying life and welcoming in love? This is about that balance of not just emotional balance and physical balance, but balancing our chakras, but balancing too our masculine and feminine energies. And that comes through alignment as well. That comes through healing the wounds and the root issues. Again, I feel like that balance is calling in our divine partners. That balance is calling in an ability to sustain the alignment, right? And the Empress. So this is about that owning your gifts and owning your coming all the way into your divine feminine energy. Owning your divinity, your connection to your divinity. This is about that alignment. This is about us emerging. And, this is, it's interesting too, because we've got the 2 and the 3, and we've got like Ace and Page and 2 and 3. And it's like, I feel like this is a progression too, because I've been feeling like April is such a big month for us. But there's a lot we're working on in January, February, March. 1, 2, 3. And there's a lot of 1, 2, 3s that we're lining up with that are almost like 1, 2, 3 steps within ourselves. It's like that new thing, then the balance, then the mastery, and it's that gives way to like a big gate opening in April, which I feel will create the platform for you to take risks, for new opportunities to come your way, for things to really open up for you in a way that they haven't opened up maybe in years past. And that'll continue through the summer solstice and beyond. So what we do at the early part of this year, I think collectively, is very, very, very important. There's a lot about finding balance and finding the tools and getting our energy focused and aligned with ourselves, and then stepping into that mastery and expressing through our divine feminine energy, and really owning our gifts and staying the course. Like, stay the course. Success is coming. Like, you're going to be successful. Your dreams can come true this year. This is truly a year for anchoring in a lot into the physical reality. A lot of what you wanted to create maybe in years past, or since you were a child maybe, or even just in the past few years. It's or maybe there's new desires coming in that you're going to be able to anchor in this year. Believe it or not, it's a pretty magical year. On the bottom of the deck is the Devil. So this is about, this is like a little bit of a warning. Like, where are you still holding on to things that aren't serving you? How can you let go of these things, these people, these relationships, these habits, these tendencies, so that you can come all the way into that power and all the way into that balance. And this could be also about that oppressive masculine template really dissolving. But see, it starts within you. It starts by you moving out of that job that is, really driven by that oppressive masculine, or you leaving that toxic relationship where that whether it is a male or female, where that out of balance false masculine energy is driving it. And it's you coming into that balance and that harmony within yourself and breaking away from those things that aren't serving you. That is going to enable you to come into your power fully. And I think enable us collectively to make this huge shift and dissolve the separation and all that. These attachments, all attachments come from fear. Okay. So I hear a kitty crying in the background here who needs my help. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to go tend to Stella and Zoe. I love you guys. Mwah. I hope that was helpful. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.